All right, you're here with Holy Culture. I'm here with the man himself, Marcus Aaron, out of Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Proudly out of Brooklyn. Every time I see you, man, I smile because you smile so much.
Yeah, I love smiling. I'm a happy guy, man.
Yeah, so man, give everybody just an overview, man. Just share a little bit about what you do, brother.
Well, my name is Marcus Aaron, and I'm an artist from Brooklyn, New York. An artist that loves God, and I use every avenue I can, every gift I have to showcase that, to praise God, however I can.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this now?
Yo, wow. I've been doing music in itself for years, maybe about close to 10, 15 years.
Right.
I just started rapping, Christian rapping, for the last year and a half now.
Right, right. And you're the latest video from the Holy Smoke album, man. Every time I start the video, the first 30 seconds, I'm like, hey, this brother on this.
This bike, got the gold bike
with all
out.
the kids and everything. Man.
Yeah, that's me though.
Yeah, but you visually, you seem to always project a lot of fun and energy and lightheartedness while bringing forth that message, man.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
Oh, extremely intentional.
Why
because
is that?
To me, that's the way. My goal is to change the narrative of how you see Christian men from the hood. Like, to me, it's like it's either one way. Either you're going to be like the churchy guy, or you're just going to be this gangster type, thug type. But there are people like me who are from the hood. I didn't ask to be born in, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
Right.
And I also didn't ask to be introduced to Christ. It was something that came along with my grandfather was a pastor, and so I was exposed to it from that angle, but I still held on to where I was from.
Right.
So it was this middle ground of, like, I just want to be me. I want to be the person that's from. I still be on the block chilling with my people, and you can see from the video, that's what we do all day. We mob out, we have fun, we chill, but we all love God. So it's like I had to bring that to the forefront. I had to show the world that we do exist, and we're here. Yeah.
How's the experience been? Because you said it's only been less than 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. It's been a lot of people saying, yo, I'm just like you. And I'm glad somebody's finally speaking for us.
Yeah. What did you, when you recorded Holy Smoke, as you went into the process of it, what did you want to achieve?
I want to achieve freedom. I want to achieve freedom. I was doing music before. I was doing like CCM style of music though, like kind of like Travis Green.
Okay.
I sing, I play piano, I play guitar.
Okay.
But I was rapping before I got saved. And when I did, the church that I was in at the time had told me that, and I quote, God don't need nobody to rap for him. So it was kind of, I wanted to show that I really loved God at the time. And I wanted to just be the best Christian I could be. So I gave it up. Started singing, started the group, and we had some success. It was pretty decent run we had together, but then I just got to a point in my life where I was like, this isn't me, this isn't me, and I have to be me. If says who the Son set free is free indeed, and if I'm saying that I'm a Christian and God has set me free, I have to be free to do what I want to do, and that wasn't it. So I started rapping, and the success has been immeasurable. That's
awesome. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about that. When you say success has been immeasurable, how are you defining success? What's success for Marcus Aaron?
Success for me right now is when people come up to me after concerts in clubs, because I'm in clubs now, and they're like, yo, I didn't expect to meet God here, and I did. In tears. You know what I'm saying? I think like sometimes we go to churches, nothing against that, because those are amazing conferences and events and just all the things that they have. But I just feel like sometimes people go there expecting to meet God, and they meet him how they expected to meet him, like scripted sometimes. And that's just what it happens. It's a revolving door of me going to a service and coming out the same, going to a service, coming out the same. But if you go into a club and you like, I didn't come here for that, and God met you and you wasn't expecting it, sometimes those are the best meetings like ever, because it's like, wow, like I just met God, and I'm changed forever.
What made you start doing the club circuit, so to speak?
Again, I just really wanted to change the narrative. And the only way to change the narrative of what I wanted to change is I had to show the world what it looks like. It's cool to be performing in, I still do church engagements, but my main goal is to like really get out and show the world what it looks like to be a Christian from the same areas that the majority of the world is not rich. You know what I'm saying? The majority of the world is from the hood. So I want to show the people what it looks like to love God and still love where you're from. Like, you don't have to change. You don't have to come, if you want to wear, you don't have to wear a three-piece suit everywhere you go, so it's, you don't have to have the clergy collar. You could just be who you are.
Folks shocked when you take the stage because you look, bro, You like me.
Yeah,
bigger brother,
yeah.
Right? You got
most definitely. Most definitely.
When people you grab the mic, and then that joyfulness comes across. How do people initially react?
They're shocked. But that's the thing, though. And I feel like God chose me for this because it's like, I'm going to have you surprise these people. They're going to expect one thing. You expect me to come out and talk reckless and wild. And also, when I do come and start talking about God, you expect for it to be whack. Because the natural idea is that if I'm sitting here rapping about God, I could not possibly engage the culture who didn't come here to meet him. How could I engage you if you didn't come here to meet him? So it's like, I'm rapping about God. The bars is, okay. These are pretty decent bars. And I'm still engaging you. It's like a life-changing experience.
Yeah. You know, you said your grandfather was a pastor?
Yeah.
And your father as well?
No, not
your father. Okay, but your grandfather. So you come up with this Christian upbringing.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Manny's story, the truth story.
Yeah. I love the truth. I listen to him so much.
Yeah, man, that same upbringing and whatnot. Because you always have different stories. Some stories which were, I went through this, what I may consider a reckless life, and then got changed. Or I had this path of knowing God for a while and have started to use this art as ministry. One of the things you also mentioned along that journey is the music part, right? So would you say guitar, singing, what else you play? Piano.
Yeah.
How is that? Because as you say it, now I'm thinking about your some of your songs a little bit, right? How have you used that in this Christian hip hop space in terms of production and sonic?
Right. I definitely do have a say-so in the musicality of things. And where some people wouldn't know what to do, I could literally sit down and be like, I wanted to play like this. Holy Smoke, I produced that.
Okay.
I produced that track. And it wasn't like a crazy musical track, but it's exactly what I heard in my head or what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
So I get that privilege or honor to be able to sit down and be like, we're going to do it like this.
Yeah.
And that works great.
Got it. So, one of the things I asked you before we started filming was, I feel like there's a resurgence in New York in terms of Christian hip hop MCs. You said you agreed with that. What's driving that?
I don't know. I don't really know what's driving it. I just know that me personally, I came to this like fork in the road, and I had to ask myself, where do I want to go and what do I want to do? And I decided to just go all the way in with the rap. And when I kind of made the decision and got over here, it was like, I'm not alone. Like, it was kind of that feel. So I didn't really notice how much it was coming back. But then when I jumped on and saw that it was like people like Redeem, like, that's really just killing right now in the Christian hip hop in Brooklyn, New York especially, I was like, wow, it feels good. It feels good to be here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's the next for you?
I'm just a lot more music, man. Okay. We're releasing a lot more music. I'm not playing no games, like whatsoever. I realized that in the gospel world, it feels like a lot that we get by with one album every 5 years. No knock to the greats, but they release one album every 10 years, 6 years, play it safe. Even some rap artists in the secular world do the same thing. Like, I drop an album here, then an album 2 years from now. I'm not with that. I want you to see my face every month with something brand new, because it's like the golden goose is not concerned about the golden eggs. It's like, I know when I sit down to work, God has blessed me to do this. So I'm not concerned about how it's gonna be great, because God blessed me to do this. So I just want to release it. Want to let you hear this. Want to let you feel it and change the culture of the world. Yeah.
What's your creative process like?
I create all day long. So I'll be just chilling, and a line will come to me, and I write it down or do a voice note, and then when I get an opportunity later, I'll make a song out of it. Or it's just a constant creativity for me. I like to stay free, like to stay creative all day long.
Yeah, gotcha. Man, thanks for stopping by. It's a
no
pleasure.
problem.
This is the first time we've had a chance to really sit down and really chop. Last question. I always say, people are going to watch this who've seen you for the first time, but a lot of people who already support you, Patreon or whatever ways they support you. If they say, hey, Marcus, man, if there's one thing I could do for you, what would that one thing be?
The one thing for me would be to share it. We live in a social media era right now. And it's important that you don't just say you like something or just tap the screen. You have to go out and share it with people. Say, hey, I just checked out this dope Christian hip hop artist, nothing like I've ever heard before. Why don't you take a listen to it? You know what I mean? That's all I really need. I just need you to really go out and share as much as you can, because it's not just about me. Again, it's about the narrative that we're pushing, and them happy videos with all those people, that's my family. Right. So it's all about them. It's all about us. It's about me and you as well, because we're on the same team. That's my thing. Like, I really just want to push the narrative of Christ. being like showcased in different lights. I feel like right now the biggest light that Christ is being showcased in is the traditional church, and I feel like that's not fair to Christ. You know, he has so many different type of people that he could show you that like resemble him. Like Christ is a big picture. Like, you know, it's not just one way you could receive him or feel him. Like, you know, so I want to be the other way, where all those people who felt like God won't love me because I'm this way could feel like, yo, well, God loved Marcus, so he could love me too.
Yeah, I love what you just said, because it reminds me, I don't know if you remember this, man, a couple years ago when there was a company trying to make this point around diversity and us understanding each other. Used to run this commercial. I'm not sure if there was any music playing, but it just showed a lot of different pictures of people, like this big Indian dude, then this woman who looked like she maybe was homeless, and this, that, and that. And then it told you who they really were.
I didn't even see that commercial, but it sounds dope.
What was so nice about it was it gave you the picture without any words or music. So you would do your initial, this is what I think it is.
Judgment.
And make jump to a conclusion, and then it told you who they were, right? So you would step back.
And you'd be like,
so
whoa.
What you're talking about is in the inverse, right? Of saying, look, this is probably how you might receive Christ
Absolutely.
today. And assume who I am, absent me saying something about Christ. And I want to bring that forward, man.
That's right.
That's a beautiful
That's
message.
what we're here for.
Beautiful. Thank you for taking the time,
No problem.
brother.
Thank you.
Great for you to be here.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right.